Today, I met with Fluffy the Dragon, a happiness-spreading motorcycle-riding green fluffy dragon who is known for riding around Seattle and posting his viral clips that have garnered millions of views online. He was even featured on the local news recently. It was an honor to be able to ask him a few questions about the lore of Fluffy, learn some lessons from him, and share his story here. This is my interview with Go with Fluffy. Does Fluffy have any lore, or what inspired you to start going around Seattle on your motorcycle, spreading happiness?
Well, so it's not based around Seattle. Seattle is just my destination, where I'm from and where it came from. But what happened was, in 2019, me and my wife got divorced, and I was in a pretty low time in my life. I was going through a battle of depression, so I got an RV, got a motorcycle, and I went on a road trip to figure out what I wanted to do, because I was in IT and I hated doing that. So basically went on a road trip to figure out what I wanted to do with the second half of my life, and lo and behold, this is what came out. So this is what I'm doing now. I mean, I actually tried looking for a job, and I wanted a specific job. And when you're older and you've actually been successful in the professional world, it's hard getting like an easy job.
Oh, okay.
Like I just wanted a job, like a $50,000 a year job, where I could just go in, work my 8 hours, and leave, and then do whatever I want on the side. Do this on the side, right?
Yeah.
And I go into these interviews, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're so overqualified. You're good for this role." I'm like, I don't want that role. Like, I've been there, done that. It's not my thing.
I see.
So, this is what I landed on, because, if I can't have a hybrid job, I might as well just do this full time. So.
Right. How did you come up with the dragon?
So the dragon, so my original costume, his name was Blue.
Okay.
And on February 29th, 2020, he died in the Arizona desert when I broke my leg in 3 places. And this happened to be the backup at the time. I had, when I actually began just riding with suits on, because I never even heard of helmet covers back then. This was actually my backup suit. And I found this backup suit in Lapine, Oregon. I was in a campsite there, and a woman was walking around with this. And I'm like, that's awesome, I need a backup. And then in Winnemucca, Nevada, I picked it up at a Walmart. So, and then now it's just on Amazon order,
That was pretty interesting what you just said. You broke your leg in 3 places in Arizona.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask about that?
Oh yeah, totally. That's totally fine.
What happened there?
I was riding in Arizona. I was in the Oregon Cactus Pipe National Monument.
Oh, okay.
And I was on a dirt trail, and it's transitioning to concrete, and there must have been gravel on it, and I just low-sided and broke my leg in 3 places.
Ouch.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is, right after it happened, a car pulled up, and they're like, "Do you want me to call the ranger?" And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna walk this off, right?
Oh, okay.
And they drive by, and then I lift my foot up, and it just dangles.
So
And so the next car comes by, I'm like, "Can you grab my water and call the ranger?"
Wow.
So, yeah.
So did you have to wait a long time for another car to come?
It was like 5 minutes. No, but I was in total shock. It never really hurt.
Okay.
I mean, it hurt. I mean, I was more horrified with what I saw hurt than actual pain hurt.
Yeah.
You know how that works.
Right.
One of the weird things about life.
But what kind of motorcycle do you have, or what do you ride?
I currently have a KLX 300 SM. It's a Kawasaki, and it's a SM Sensor Supermoto. That's pretty much a street bike. My previous bike was a Honda CRF 250L, which is in the shop right now, and I'm hoping to get it soon.
Oh, okay.
But that one's like a dirt bike. It's like a legal dirt bike that you can ride on and off road. That's my baby.
Okay.
But that one broke down, and so I need a motorcycle, because they're gonna say it's gonna be a couple months to get it fixed, and I was like, I can't go a couple months without my motorcycle. I would die. So this one is my street bike just around Seattle, and that one's gonna be the one I'll ride off-road, which I prefer doing.
Would you go as Fluffy off-road?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Oh, really? Is there any memorable moments that you have?
I wouldn't say necessarily memorable, but I think probably the first time I was riding along and someone yelled Fluffy to me. Because that happens all the time, not all the time, but on a regular basis now. But even though I don't remember that first time, I'm sure that first time is probably the most memorable one. I mean, in the collection of everything. Because it's kind of saying, everything I'm doing is catching on.
Do you have any favorite spots in Seattle?
Pretty much go everywhere in Seattle. I mean, there are places I go more. I'm more in Ballard and Fremont and the U District, because I live up that way, and then downtown because there are the most people. But I don't know. I think probably my favorite ride is just along the lake,
Cool.
Lake Washington. I mean, it's just nice there, or Alki. But
Right.
Alki's, it gets all crowded.
Right. If you had a message you wanted to share with the world, do you know what it would be?
Do exactly what you want to do in life. Simple as that. I've realized, I think, most everyone's had crappy jobs, I think. I'm included. And, it's not worth it.
Right.
I mean, I'd rather be poor than have a miserable job and be rich. And, I've had a miserable job and I've been pretty well off, and it never made me happy, so.
Yeah. Fluffy, thank you so much.
Likewise.
Thank
It's
you.
nice meeting you.